Part 12, Hell Act 2. Unfortunately, Hell takes its toll, and after rebuying my mercenary quite a number of times, I ran out of money to buy potions. I go back to Nightmare to start farming up some gold, and also find white matriarchal javelins. I rarely use imbues and usually want to save them for diadems instead. I also felt I wasn't going to get any better than my current ones, and I feared a wasteful imbue. If you do find matriarchal javelins, you might want to take a risk and try to imbue them, especially if you don't have decent javelins by this point. Attack speed and plus skills are great to look for. I picked up a wire fleece along the way, which could be a perfect base for my smoke armor, but now to get 2 sockets, perfect topaz, thol, and a tal rune, and the armor of choice rolls me 1 socket. Grim shield all over again. We go back to Hell after getting some more gold, and we hit level 81. I put 5 points into vitality and still keep the additional 15 just in case. After Valkyrie is at 10, I start putting points into Power Strike for synergies. Maggot Lair was a really long and tedious challenge, as the scarabs are all immune to lightning and block pretty much all paths. It took me quite a while with my mercenary to get through. After more than an hour of making our way through Maggot Lair, we finally get to Cold Worm. Thankfully, this area is a lot easier to kill as there aren't any lightning immunes. Level 82. Still haven't found the armor we want, so I save the stat points and continue to power up Power Strike. I finally got some crafting material for crafted javelins. Soul, perfect emerald, jewel, and white javelins. I get a really awesome craft, 2 to javelin skills and 2 to Amazon skills. The one biggest downfall to these javelins is that there's no attack speed. Although it will show that my damage will be higher, sacrificing 30% attack speed over them will actually lower my damage output per second. Continuing through Act 2, I find one of my most favorited hated armors, Rattle Cage. Rattle Cage is a really good piece of armor with Crushing Blow. The bad part about it, especially in Players 8, is the monster chance to flee. So I was thinking about replacing my mercenary armor so that I get more Crushing Blow over the Ice Blink, which freezes target, and I made the ultimate decision of regret and give my mercenary the Rattle Cage. I find Grey Superior Scarab Husk, but it's Eth, and has 4 sockets. This would be good for the mercenary, but I don't have any available rune words or jewels that would be good for it. Another Grey Scarab Husk, and this one has Holy Snakearonis, 2 sockets. Now it's time to finally say goodbye to stealth and create smoke with Neff and Lum. Smoke is one of the go-to low-budget items for almost any class. It gives all resistances 50, 20 fast hit recovery, and extra defense. If a character is really struggling with resistances, always try and plan out a smoke armor. So now that we have our armor and we don't really need any of the additional strength, we can continue to place the rest of our skill points. I dumped the rest of my points into dexterity to help increase my block chance, which still doesn't seem to be as good as it should be. As always, Claw Viper Temple level 2 can be a little bit nerve-wracking. I wasn't able to take them out quick enough and I was getting into a dangerous situation, so I walked around to get to the altar. Careful when attempting this, as sometimes mobs can come around from the other direction and block you. Now to craft a blood ring. Perfect ruby, soul rune, and any jewel. This one was a decent roll with 40 life and 50 to poison damage. Talrash's tomb has some terrible mobs in it. More scarabs, which by default are immune to lightning, and a boss pack of physical and lightning immune, which I can't really deal with. I am unable to use life tap on it for my mercenary because of the physical immune, which prevents my merc from doing damage and life stealing. I go back to Act 1 to farm up some more gold for my mercenary and challenge Treehead Woodfist. Unfortunately, I'm having some great difficulty with this one, and I was not able to keep up with him. In this situation, I am probably dead if I unpause, so I had to make a choice on my first chicken. Not really proud of it. Farming back up at Nightmare, I find a battle scythe with 4 sockets. Although it is an ethereal, this can still be a great base for insight. Remember, to create insight, you will need laterally rune words enabled if you haven't already done so. This upgrade will help with the mana regen and do a little bit more damage, although I will be losing some Crushing Blow and lifesteal from strength. Farming up Nightmare Bale gives me some pretty cool boots, 30 faster run walk, and cold and lightning resistance of plus 30. My current boots do give me 40 lightning resistance, but with the additional faster run walk can save me against some extra fast mobs, and my resistances don't suffer too much from the swap. Back to Hell and attempt to get through, and holy shit! Amp is seriously deadly. Okay, let's try that again and take these guys out. Alright, never mind, this isn't working out too well. At this time I go back to Nightmare and get a defensive mercenary, which will give me Holy Freeze. Usually it's best to pick this guy up when you first reach Act 2 Nightmare, as they are usually significantly better, but I tend to forget until there's an actual problem. We finally are able to make it to the correct tomb after a little bit of Nightmare farming and resetting. In the tombs I find an Eth Colossus Vulge, so I take a gamble at rolling sockets in it. Ral, Am, and Perfect Amethyst gets us One socket. Go figure. Now, to not buy antidote potions, stack up on these thawing potions for the oversized lurker fight, and make sure to feed your mercenary some as well. Duriel felt a lot easier than in Darhill. Although I had to keep restocking up potions, I didn't really have the gold from a mercenary. But with the use of our decoy and Valkyrie as bait, we were able to take him down without too much of a problem. Enjoyed the video? Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Playing along? Post a comment below of your findings so far. Or you can watch live at twitch.tv/AlaraShade.